Go. Hello everybody and welcome to the Top Flight Computers Twitch channel. I legitimately almost said YouTube channel. We are now on Twitch. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm stalling a little bit until Chris gives me the go-ahead. He is chilling behind the screens. He just gave me the go-ahead. So this is a very fun build for us. One using arguably actually is the most expensive graphics card that we've ever used. This is a RTX A6000. This is about a, give or take, what?
Quadro RTX A6000.
Okay, same concept.
48 GB.
48, yep. So this is about a, give or take, $5,000-ish graphics card, as well as a returning favorite being the AMD Ryzen Threadripper. So these are going to be some really awesome hardware, and then I'm going to let Andrew go over some of the specs here in just one moment, but first I just got to kind of take out the trash here, and we'll just toss those to the side and let Andrew continue on with what he's doing.
Oh yeah, so today we're building Transcend. This is a workstation designed for visual effects and rendering. So it's designed to be a long-term workstation that can handle working from home, so it can do lots of stuff, including Unreal Engine, Maya, 3ds Max, Houdini, and Substance. So all that 3D goodness, maybe some 2D. You can do it if you want.
No, I'll reach off screen and grab our actual Threadripper.
Ah, it was a bait.
And the box of the graphics card is over there. The other graphics card,
The actual
graphics card is sitting on the desk behind the camera. But we'll get those here in just a moment.
Yeah, that box is actually more solid than some of the cases that we've used.
Legitimately, I was gonna say, hey, let's toss it, but the corners are really sharp.
Yeah,
and it's a really dense card.
It's actually kind of
like I was actually afraid that would probably hurt someone. Yeah,
but anyway, so Transcend system specs. That's hard. We're starting off with an AMD Threadripper 3960X, as mentioned. That is the 24-core, 48-thread processor.
In the pod.
Yeah. So a lot of cores,
Also smells like a new car. It's the same foam. It's the same foam.
That'll be cooled by Noctua NHU14STR4. That's the special one made for
SP3.
That's not what it says.
Correct. Mistakes on the...
Made especially for the Threadripper line of processors.
As well as...
Yeah, with two Noctua Chromax fans.
Swapping those out.
For that. Yep, we've got 64 gigabytes of GSkill Ripjaws 5, Ripjaws V, we went over this, V-Series DDR4 3200. We have count them two, Sabrent Rocket 4.0 NVMe SSDs, a 500 gig and a 2 terabyte. So of course, since we're using Ryzen Threadripper, we can take advantage of PCI Express 4.0 speeds. We have the NVIDIA... Oh, I skipped over motherboard. Yeah,
I was like, wait a second.
No motherboard today.
No motherboard. We're just gluing things onto the case.
Yeah, this is an Asus Prime TRX 40 Pro. Again, for the Threadripper socket. Good stuff. It's a good motherboard.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of features. Big socket.
Big socket.
Yeah. Girl, what you doing with a socket that big? We have an NVIDIA RTX A6000 48 gigabyte Quadro. He didn't list Quadro on the page, but it's a Quadro graphics card, so it has the special drivers and the validation for professional applications, as well as some Quadro acceleration.
I just love the difference, though. Like, just gonna take a moment. Quadro box, 5,000. 3070, also 5,000. No, but like, look at the difference in like the box sizes. This is just like.
You know what's funny is the Quadro has 6 times the VRAM of that card.
Yeah, I mean, well, they know that that's never going to be on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, this card has more VRAM than most high-end computers have RAM. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. And that's a very high bandwidth memory too. It's over 384 gigabyte a second bit bus at like 700 gigabytes a second. To power all this, we have an EVGA 1000 watt G5. Don't get ahead of me.
No,
1000 watt. So lots of clean power for our Threadripper and GPU. This all being sold in Fractal Design Meshify 2 Black with some Corsair ML120 Pro RGB case fans and Commander Pro and Lighting Node Pro to power the RGB, which is a vital component of any workstation. So,
there we go. So mind the crinkling of the anti-static bag.
So excited to get started.
Yeah. I'm just going to set that down for now and get all the extras
He didn't give me that knife, did he?
The what?
He didn't give me that knife after he folded it. Shame.
No, he didn't.
So, Connor will deal with all the fun stuff, and I'm going to open the power supply.
I'm gonna need all of the M.2 screws.
Well, yeah, 2 of them. How many? There's probably, what, 3 or 4?
2 of them come in there.
M.2.
Yeah, there's 3, and then there's what looks like an M.2 bracket almost.
Is it a... It's not a M.2.
No, I don't know.
We'll
I
find
honestly
out.
do not know.
That is Asus that has
The
that,
free
so.
promotional Frisbee. Also in here.
Because when you're buying a Threadripper in board, there's no way you have internet download drivers. But you definitely have a CD-ROM drive plugged into your Threadripper board.
Yep, 100%. You know.
Alright. What?
What's up?
I thought we were going with the RTX Threadripper Amazon cardboard box tower case.
Yeah. Oh,
You
that's
joke, but I've considered doing that.
We actually have a picture of that way back.
I don't know where that is.
Andrew, there is a vertical M.2 slot on here that you can install.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that bracket's for.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's
seen
kind of
this before,
strange. And Asus does not do what Gigabyte does and adds an unbelievable amount of peels.
I haven't made a full computer case out of cardboard, but I have run a computer for several weeks on top of the motherboard box. And just things kind of laying out like a drive hanging over the edge of the desk. Listen, when you're in the dorm room, I did some crazy stuff back then.
That's fair. No, we actually did, which is the funny part we did do that, where we built a case completely out of cardboard and then we threw in...
I feel like I was around Spectre 2.
No, it was around when we did ISA, because we used his video card as the video card, the 1080, because that was the highest end part at that time. And it was just really comical.
Next you're going to tell me you could just buy a video card whenever you wanted one.
Yeah, we could have. I need the sharp screwdriver, by the way, when you get a second.
I
Actually,
don't have it.
no, I have a flathead.
It might be on the Chris desk.
Chris, do you have a sharp screwdriver?
The black-headed Torquey boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Black-headed.
Of
Black
course.
grip.
Black grip.
Blackheads. It has acne.
Yeah. Also, I never mentioned, my name is Connor. I think you mentioned your name.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
you
I did.
weirdo. But, and then I mentioned Chris is the one in the Chris cam, probably in some corner of the screen.
Yeah.
He is monitoring all the chats and things, so if you see ghost typing and things to that effect, that is Chris, not us.
It's pre-recorded.
Yeah, we've pre-recorded this whole process already.
And so this is kind of an interesting thing that Quadros do. Since a lot of times they're installed in servers, they, instead of taking a PCI Express power connector, they want a CPU power. So it takes, luckily it comes with an adapter for 2 PCI Express 8 pins to a single CPU 8 pin, so you can power it off. Something like this, which we will be using. And for that I'm going to run 2 single VGA cables, just to make sure we don't stress out the double cable connection.
Oh yeah, do you want that double cable connection, or...?
I will need it eventually.
Eventually.
I mean, you can probably wait till we install the graphics card.
I'm just unwrapping packs of gum.
I'm installing so many of these cables over there.
Dang it, I got
two
out.
eight pins, I'm guessing?
Yes.
I hope so, because
Yes.
that's all this board,
2
this
8
power supply has.
But they're in opposite corners. One is up here, one is up here.
That sounds like your problem.
You're not wrong.
That's a beefy VRM PC.
I know, it's massive. Look at, you can see the row of power delivery over
Yeah.
here that goes all the way across.
I remember when CPU heat sinks were smaller than that. Oh, man. I'm guessing our Commander Pro is going to want SATA power.
Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of SATA power.
A lot?
Yeah.
Like a 4 harness good? We don't have any drives that need it.
No, we'll just need, because we'll need to do the, does the case have any power that it requires?
Not unless you use the fan hub.
Okay, so
Which
then,
we're
yeah,
not.
we'll need 1 for that, and then 2 for the 2 lighting
So a
breakout
4
things.
harness.
So 4 harness should be good enough.
Okay. Should be.
Assuming we don't have any other things that need power.
As far as I can tell now. Unless Chris throws a random hard drive out.
You know, I'm really curious. Are
Oh,
these...
I've got a hard drive over
Nope.
here.
Throw it.
So inside the boxes is actually, which I wish they packaged them like this. This would be such better packaging. Like, because these are
They
aluminum.
might get like scratched up in the shipping.
They
or
would.
something.
I could totally see them. But this is like amazing packaging.
Okay, EVGA, I just want to take a minute. You took the time to like powder coat the black power supply and have this like colored fan grill, but then you give me silver power supply screws.
I will say,
make it
Sabrent, they actually do a really, really good job of their 4.0 drives of staying on brand.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at this coloring. You could probably say it. The camera can also probably say it. Like the colors match exactly.
Yeah.
Like they did a really good job of that.
Oh, okay. This is one of the good power supply mounts where you put it in the bracket and go shook.
And the 2 terabyte.
You go shook.
Yeah, and I'll try to show this to the camera up here, but this is our 2 terabyte drive. You can kind of see that the colors actually match on the drive. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. It's a tiny drive.
Did anyone see any case screw box things? I didn't see them when I opened the case.
Maybe pull that little thing. It's pull that little thing down. Are they in there?
Probably. No, they're not in the drive bay. Chris, where's the case screws?
Did you take this apart to take pictures and then take the case screws out?
Yeah, they're. Don't know.
They're around.
Wow, thanks. Just build a computer, he says. With what? I don't know.
That's fan screws.
Did you put them all in the magnetic parts tray?
I don't remember.
I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
So I definitely dumped that in the trash before we started.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
like.
literally said we're gonna get a nice clean start. They weren't bad, so that's why I don't think so. I mean, we could just harvest screws over
What if it looks like the case doesn't have. So this
I mean,
doesn't have any screws. I don't.
3 idiots
Well,
build a
you
computer.
need motherboard screws and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna need
There's
those.
definitely screws somewhere.
I didn't take out the screw box.
Okay.
Well, it's a fractal case, so it doesn't. No, that's Fantex.
That's
that
Fantex.
gives us.
Well,
I'm putting all the good boxes
I
to the
did
left
not-
over here, by the way. As an FYI.
we might be hitting the fan or screw reserve tonight.
Yeah, we may. Google where that comes in the case. Like, Google an unboxing this and see where it was.
I mean, it's not in here now. I'll tell you that. So.
Wah wah.
Alright.
Anyway, we're going to
Luckily, we
continue
have-
on building while they have Chris has an existential crisis about where the
Luckily, we have thousands of
What screws are you trying to find?
case screws.
motherboard screws, drive screws, the
That-
screws that come with the case.
Might have been.
Power supply screws.
I can't imagine I would have taken that box out.
Usually it's in a drive bay, but it's not this time.
Yeah, I didn't get in the drive bay. I just took the side panels out.
Oh, anyway, we'll get replacements.
That's comical. So I have installed our two M.2s, and now I have peeled the heatsink. These are a M.2 heatsink, as it says, even though I don't believe this is a heatsink.
No, heat spreader.
It says heatsink on it.
It's not. Okay, I'll use your screws, EVGA. To the power supply. Where those?
I don't know where.
I don't think they were the ones in the tray, because those were loose.
Yeah, I don't think they would have been loose, unless it fell like down here and then they got hidden.
No.
Interesting.
I mean, it's also entirely possible they just didn't ship them with the case.
That is
It's
true.
not, it's not out of reason.
We've done enough
I
of
don't
them.
generally take that box out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do if it's sitting in the middle, though, like a
Yeah, if
picture.
it's just like sitting like here.
Yeah.
Ram.
Anyway, we have plenty of screws.
All right. I need that one, that one, that one.
Yeah, see, if we were doing a cardboard case, we wouldn't have this problem.
See, you're not wrong.
Aaron knows what's up. And you can't see that I'm screwing this bracket in right now because I have to hold it kind of weird to actually get it in place. But.
That's comical.
At least you could use the Noctua mounted hardware, which is super easy.
Yeah, not wrong.
Secufirm. Everyone just copy Noctua. It's the best one. The 212 Evo has still got to be the worst mounting.
Oh, it's
I-
atrocious.
Honestly, I think they make it that bad on purpose, so you'll buy a more premium cooler. Because that's like, it's an entry level, like $30 aftermarket cooler.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I
but they
honestly
are so
believe
terrible.
they make it terrible on purpose.
if you guys have never used a Hyper 212 Evo, take our advice and don't.
It is.
Spend the extra $5 for the sanity of buying a better
I know
cooler.
that Will and I both struggled on stream to install that.
Yeah, you guys both did.
It took us like half
That
an
was
hour
Will's
each.
longest install. I believe it was literally like a 20 or 25 minute
Yeah, it's terrible.
install.
Because the instructions suck. First, you have to figure out which things go which way. So you have to like reverse engineer this cooler.
You must have an
And then
engineering
then
degree
you
in
need
order
s-
to.
Then you need 6 hands and a vise to install it.
There we go. All of our RAM is installed, and time to jump into our cooler and get the arguably the strangest mounting mechanism for a CPU ever. I'm gonna flip that upside down, which is probably bad luck somewhere, I imagine.
And the reason they have a weird mounting or CPU install retention system is that Threadripper chips have a lot of pins, and all those pins have to be making contact with the board pins.
So it actually comes with a special tool that is, it's actually a special torque wrench that has a, they use a star bit, so it's not like proprietary or anything like that, but, whoops, I already messed it up. Because I unscrewed number 1 when I was supposed to unscrew 3, 2, 1 first.
And we're done.
And we're done!
The board is broken, stream's over.
Yep, and then this will fly up like such.
It is very satisfying to install in though.
There it goes. Fly up like such, and then this actually, I don't know how much you guys can see of this, this then pops up, and this is our donor card, if you will. This is the size of our CPU. It's actually going to be about that size.
Big boy.
It is large.
When you have like 8 CCXs or something.
Phone keeps going off. And so with this one, you actually slot in the card of the cooler, or of the cooler. This isn't on the
Slot in the card of the cooler.
Slot in the card of the cooler. We're gonna unlock that. There we go. Now this slides out. So unlike Ryzen, the pins are actually on the motherboard. You can see that these are all the pads on the actual CPU.
Yep, it uses a land grid array instead of a pin grid array CPU.
LGA versus PGA. But
Yeah,
no
also the name of golf tournaments.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And then we pop off this little doohickey, which is what is actually blocking all of our pins down there. And then now, I always double check the pins, make sure that they're always good. Because trust me, that is arguably one of the worst diagnoses to try to make. Clips down, this pushes down, and then you follow the closing, and then if Andrew stops
No!
stuff, you'll hear a click here once this reaches the proper tension. And it's actually a lot of tension. I forgot how much tension it
it's
is.
scary. If they didn't have that stop there, I wouldn't go that hard.
Right there. And then you go. I think what's the mounting pressure on this? I think it's substantial.
Can we find out?
I have a number in mind, but it's either correct or wildly wrong. So
I know, I'm that way too. I'm like, I want to say it was like 45.
I was gonna say 40.
Yeah, it's something like
Something like that. It's a lot of.
Like
if you've used a torque wrench, that's a lot of torque. Too much for a CPU, yeah. With a normal CPU, just kind of sit it in the socket. You're like, it's probably in there, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, this thing. If I did not have the torque wrench, and Andrew even said it, like, there's no way that I would ever tighten this thing down that much.
Especially when you know how much it costs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could just Google like tension wrench of.
Threadripper torque wrench.
Oh, here you go. It says it on it. Haha. 1.5 Newton meters, 15 kilograms, 13.3 inch-pounds, or 18 foot ounces.
Okay, well, none of those was the measure I was looking for. But
Yeah, neither same, but you know, hey, that's what it says, and I'm gonna put it back in the box so that our client can, if he so desires, or they so desire, to take out the CPU, then they have the tool for it.
Okay, I know I've done this before. I gotta remember how to. Doesn't this top bracket come out in this case? Pretty sure it does.
Yes, I think it does. I think it's like a screw or something on the back.
Yeah, I just took.
It always throws us off.
Yeah. Got top off. What?
Just the crack.
Yeah, what's that loud?
I was like, oh.
I have to get it off.
I'm gonna open up our CPU cooler while I stall a little bit for Andrew.
Alright. I mean, I'm installing fans, so you can have the case, basically.
Oh yeah, this case, the whole top comes off. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, I need to
learned
see if
that.
there's any like extra mounting hardware.
I learned that very
There is.
recently. I wasn't really expecting the entire top to come off, but here we are. Let's kind of let that be part of the problem. Then I'll install the rest of our light loop fans. Not light loops, ML120s. These are going to exhaust
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's no brackets. There's nothing like that.
Yeah,
it's just a matter
free,
of. Well,
yeah.
yeah.
That's-
So look at the, and there are some little waves here, so that's why it looks weird. But do you see the size of that heat plate? It is massive.
Cold plate.
Cold plate.
Cool.
Yeah, hot, cold.
That's
same thing.
I bought that same cooler except made for 2011 socket for my AliExpress motherboard with the pre-installed like springy mounts. It's so nice. Nothing messing mounts.
Yep. And then we are actually going to replace the fans on this. Not that these are bad by any means, because it's Noctua and they're good, but we have two
Better.
and they're also not the ugly pale color. No offense to the Noctua build that we did.
A little bit of offense.
Yeah.
We can judge.
Yeah. And I'm going to do actually, Chris, any opinion on the spacers? Thinking white.
What?
I said any opinions on the spacers color?
Oh, black.
But the motherboard's white. That's what I was saying, like a black on...
Ask Aaron.
Hey, well we could also do black on one side, white on the other.
You might have to show them what you're talking about
Yeah.
on camera.
Ask
Yeah.
Aaron.
I am.
I vote white.
I'm just gonna pop these in, one of them, so you can kind of see the... Yeah, I vote white.
The anti-vibration pads.
Golly, they usually just pop right in.
Had a rough week, Connor.
I know, right? There we
Up
go.
to us. It is
Yep.
up to us.
So the little anti-vibration pads, as you can see, they're not on this one, but installed on there. They come with a blue, a green, a yellow, a red, and black.
Why did they ship yellow?
I don't know. I'm thinking white on the outside, then just doing black on the inside, and then it'll show out.
I honestly think white on both sides would be better.
We don't have enough for white on both sides.
Fair enough.
That's why I was like,
Oh wait, yeah, because you only put them on the cooler side.
Wait, we do.
You only put them on the cooler side, is what Noctua said.
Yeah, I like putting them on that side too. They're in a Noctua box. We actually have more because
have a
we saved
backlog.
all of.
I'm pretty sure I threw away like 500 of those too.
Oh no, we have a whole box of them.
Yeah, because we had enough.
None are white.
Oh, we used all the white ones.
We used all the
None
white.
are white.
That's
It's
fine.
all green and blue and yellow and.
Oh no,
Okay.
they do come with enough. I did lie.
You could
They
do
changed
black.
They each come with 8?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Here.
they each come with 8. We're good. I got them. Appreciate it, Chris.
Way to ruin my party.
Hey.
Hey Chris, since you're not doing anything, can you hop down to Starbucks, give me a coffee?
The face. Well, we can see it on the Chris cam.
Oh,
No, you can't. 'cause
No,
I-
he's-
I mean,
Oh, bummer.
yeah. Oh well. Ow, that was a short bracket. I just like, cut my arm.
Did you almost?
I like scratch it, yeah. Sharp.
Short bracket sharp.
And if any of you have watched our last, was it 2 streams ago when we had all the RGBs? I guess it was last stream.
No,
No, that was
the
last week.
one.
We will be doing more RGB today.
Yeah, there will
we
be
have
more.
we have another Commander Pro with all these.
But luckily, this
ML120s.
one should be a lot easier,
Should be.
in theory.
Yes, because we don't have the AIO with the weird sort of ML120, but not really.
So now we have all the black on here, or all the white on here.
Go.
And these are actually anti-vibration pads, is what they do.
Yep.
So they'll mount up against a hard surface like that, and then they will not vibrate.
Yep.
And thus not be annoying.
Yep. not cause noise.
Yeah.
Don't shake your
Yeah.
desk. Huh?
I like how you're making sure to get the fans right.
Yes, I'm being very careful.
How are you?
These are exhausts, right, Connor?
Yes, those are.
Okay, just checking.
Andrew has.
We'll see if I ran the wires.
Oh
right
for
way.
2 so far on.
Yeah, I'll make sure I run the wires the right way too.
And I'm going to install the other fan. Oh, pop off the things and then install the things on the other fan.
I think the fans need to go on this side, like of the bracket, so you'll clear the AC and stuff. I'm gonna try to do that.
Sure.
I feel like I remember that from this case, and I'm gonna be careful.
Now I knock some little nubbins off.
Gosh,
Out
darn
of the
it.
thing. Gosh darn it. I need one of them. I don't need all of them though.
Darn it, Bubba.
We do not need more nubbins either.
Yeah, this video card is very fast for rendering, and I've seen the same line of Quadro cards in like Blender and Maya doing the real-time viewport stuff, and it's like, whoa, that's crazy. Especially with the ray trace renderer.
No, it's actually really impressive.
You can
I
ray
mean, even
trace.
almost any Quadro is
Yeah.
pretty impressive when it's actually using, or when it's actually being used for the programs that it's
Yeah.
designed to be used for.
And equally as important, the large amount of VRAM, 48 gigs of VRAM, means that you can work on a decent sized scene at a time.
And it can be NV-linked to the 96 gigs.
That's right, you can NV-link with another one of them and get 96 gigs of VRAM if you're feeling extra feisty.
But it still even contains a pretty decent, or it still runs at a pretty decent clock speed too.
Yeah,
if
it's
I
not
remember.
bad. It's slightly slower than the gaming series cards. I think that's mostly for stability.
One of my buddies was getting his A6000 up to about 1900.
Oh no, you can definitely push it up. I'm saying
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the box
Yeah,
with the
because they
quad
prioritize stability over
Yes, it's
marketing and
Now it was
FPSs.
It's been heavily validated, and yeah,
loud.
it is also a blower card at the end of the day. So
Which we actually haven't shown the card yet.
yeah, we don't need to.
It'll give you a point to monologue on later
Yes.
when I'm doing the 40 gajillion RGB cables.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. One more thing.
You got something to say there, bud?
Nope. Goes right through.
Alright, if you don't like what I'm doing, you can just tell.
You know what, Chris? You come build.
Yeah, we're done. On strike right now.
On strike, like Amazon. Oh, okay. Amazon owns Twitch. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, I'm
in trouble.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was driving back from Garner the other day. And I passed the Amazon warehouse on the highway,
Oh yeah,
which I'd never really seen it. It is massive,
it is.
and there's a lot of 18-wheelers parked outside. Holy cow, Jeff. Also, I was in autopilot, so I was just like looking out the window the whole time.
I was just like,
Holy crap. Passing that thing for like 3 minutes.
Honestly, I double checked, like sanity double checked to make sure that you weren't missing
There should be
screws.
2 CPU and 2 GPU cables.
Oh no, I was checking the box of screws.
Oh no.
Just as like the Hail Mary shot.
I'm like 80% sure it's not in there.
Yeah, I am.
Which is pretty high for me.
So, what we do have is our box of screws, which we're gonna break into now.
You need motherboards?
Yep, I think these are.
We'll also have to find which ones this case uses.
Yep, that's why I just pulled out a bunch
Okay.
of our.
I have some more if you need them. Just let me know.
I think these are the ones.
Why just like find the fractal box?
Oh, afterwards, 100%.
I think we should tag them on LinkedIn and be like, hey, where's our screws? Send us a free case, or else. Or else. We'll leave you a 1-star review on Amazon.
So actually, I bought 2 Memestified 2 cases because that one tried to go to Canada.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
have
told me that.
another one right over here.
Yeah, we were worried it wouldn't have it in time.
Hey, you can open it and then rip the screws out.
Because as soon as we got
I
that,
could.
No, we don't need them.
as soon as the Quadro came in, we're like, Aaron's got to get his computer ASAP. We're doing it now. So, we ordered a second case.
Yeah, we did.
That's, oh my god.
What do you say? I can't. Andrew's the only one that actually has chat open.
Yeah.
Um,
Chris had said thank you for working with us. Aaron said anytime it's been awesome. Not sure how my Quadro box feels though.
it's Hey, it's a strong box.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's sharp though. Beware.
Yeah, don't cut your hand on the Quadro.
Man, that motherboard is just chunky.
Oh.
Yeah, all the proportions are weird. Because like what threw me off is the PCIe slots are not equally spaced.
Mm.
Like the 16, the
Yeah.
by 16s.
Yeah.
They are not. I wonder how long it'll be until we get like 32 slots, like by 32 instead of 16.
I wouldn't count on it. I would think it'd be a totally new interface.
I mean, I feel like that's just excessive.
You just look at the amount of pins. They would have to make the pins smaller, which would make it non-backwards compatible, which is kind of the entire point
Not
of
wrong.
PCI Express. But
wrong.
you can plug up like a GTX or a 265. I think was the first GTX card. You can plug that into those slots and it would work. But yeah, probably be a new interface. Oh,
It's
all
just
right.
wireless.
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 I got that wireless garden hose last week. Works great. All right, we have fans. And a bracket.
Hey!
In the meantime, I'll apply 3M tape to a Commander Pro.
I'm actually going to leave those off because cable management without a roof is so easy.
Oh yeah, I really like that feature of this case. That's very
I
convenient.
should disclaimer that I influenced the putting of the box. Just
Yeah, we
Oh, it's...
Chris said if you don't throw that box, you're fired.
So originally, and I get it here right off the screen. It was really funny because Chris was like, "Yeah, do something funny with the box right off the bat." And I was like, "Okay, what describe funny?" He's like, "I don't know, throw it, do something with it, you know, have fun with it." And I was like, "We have a katana," and Chris is like, "Yeah, let's do that." And then, like 2 minutes before the stream, he's like, "Oh, by the way, we're saving all the boxes." And I was like, "Wait, Chris, you just told me to hit it with a katana." And he's like, "Well, save the box still." I was like, I mean, mind you, the box now would have survived the katana really easily.
It's not a sharp katana.
No, it's not a sharp katana, but like the box would have survived, and it would have won. But still,
Yeah.
it's just funny.
All right. I don't. We can put these in towards the end, I guess, since the top's off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna do some cable management here, and
I'm gonna go. Oh, you will need the cable manage with these and this and this.
I gotta remember to take these
And
out
this.
now that I'm.
Ah,
you want to waddle along?
I was about to come get it. Yeah. Step off stream.
No drops.
Yeah, the fingerprint magnet of a graphics card.
Walk in front of the camera because I don't give a hoot. Oh, so fingerprints.
Aaron would have liked the,
Don't I have a microfiber
the
cloth?
sword incident.
See, I'm telling you, like it would have been good, but at the same time, like
I knew I had a.
that would have flown halfway across the studio. It would have been gone.
I had a microfiber cloth. I'm pretty sure I threw it away.
Yeah, probably. There's
Perhaps.
that. And then here's the internals if you want to do an unboxing review of.
We're not using this, right?
No.
Okay.
That's the fan hub that comes in this. That we do not need because we're better than that.
I'm actually gonna pull up the product page so I can just like sell this thing.
Also, by the way, there is an eco switch on the back of this. Make sure that the eco switch is turned on.
Are you talking to me?
No,
Oh.
talking to the stream and really to the client. Because the eco switch, if you turn it off, it will 100% the fans and it will not care. Because we panicked when that happened because we had a client call us like the power supply, it's so loud, and it was one of these EVGA like high-end ones.
Yeah.
And yes, there's an eco switch. It's very, very tiny. It's very easy to swap to the other position. Do what?
I don't remember.
There's probably a
what it
will.
was.
It was a while back, but I remember it because it was the eco switch. We could not, for the life of us, figure it out.
Oh.
And then it was like, oh yeah, there's a switch on the back that turns
Got
the
it.
fans to 100%.
Always have it off.
All right.
No, always have the eco switch on.
All right. So this is the Quadro A6000, Quadro RTX A6000. So
Technically, it's not a Quadro.
are you sure?
They
Yeah,
don't have the Quadro
it doesn't have the
branding.
Quadro branding, but it uses Quadro drivers. Just like
It's basically a
They
Quadro.
dropped the Quadro brand.
Basically a quad. Anyway. So this has 48 gigabytes of GDDR6 ECC memory on board for holding all your video stuff.
Injured.
Huh? It came out?
Yeah.
Oh.
I pulled it in and I was like, it was never plugged in.
It was plugged in. Just
I
maybe
don't think
not
this
maybe
one
not
was.
all the way. But it was plugged in.
I was like, wait a second, I just pulled out one of the cables. I was like, uh-oh, that's not supposed to happen.
Look, what do you want from me? Okay, let me pull up this other page. This card also features 10,756 CUDA cores, which I believe is that the same as the 3090? It's something like that. Very similar.
3090.
I think 3090 is about 10K too.
1,496.
Okay, so we have a few more CUDA cores. Heck yeah. We have
A 3090 is a 384-bit bus.
okay, yeah, I know. So this has 336 tensor cores, which are the deep learning AI machine learning acceleration cores. This has 84 ray trace cores, again for that like real-time ray tracing render. I know Blender has one. I don't know if Maya 3ds Max do. They probably have something similar. I'm not gonna go over the teraflops performance. It's pretty high.
All of the teraflops.
Yeah, that memory is on a 384-bit bus for a total memory bandwidth of 768 gigabytes a second over the PCI Express 4.0 X16 slot at the bottom there. It's got 4 DisplayPort 1.4a connectors on the side here with no HDMI DVI, only DisplayPort. They do give you a DisplayPort to HDMI active adapter included. Active is important.
Yeah, active is important.
Yes. And then it consumes a maximum of 300 watts of power, according to NVIDIA. We'll see.
Chris, can we just like only buy this case from now on? I love this like not having a top.
But it costs $10.
So what happened to the Corsair cases?
Hey, I do like them, but like this feature alone saves my hands.
That
is like the only. I mean, hey, just we gotta make sure they include the screws. That's the big one.
Looking at the card physically, you got that mirror fingerprint magnet on the front.
Yeah.
Nice kind of wavy, ridgy on the top and bottom. The fan there. Can pull from both sides. And up top, you have your NVLink connector here. So as we mentioned earlier, you can connect, I believe only up to 2 of these in NVLink and share VRAM between them. So you can get up to 96 gigabytes of GDDR6. And then next to that, we have the stereo and sync connector. So sync is for using a Quadro sync card, which when you see those massive displays in Times Square with multiple panels and they all have to be in sync, that's what that's for.
Yeah, those are actually running these kinds of cards.
Yes, so something, yeah, basically probably something identical to these. And then you also have your stereo speaker, which is not to plug in your subwoofer. It's actually for stereoscopic 3D connectors. So I don't know how much that gets used anymore, but it's there.
It's there.
It's there. I looked like I did my homework. I knew what all the connectors were.
Hey, there you go.
Put that cover back on. And we will wipe down the card before we ship it because it is already covered in fingerprints.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, that's what you get for $5,000.
I love just the irony. So this case has a USB-C, which we talk about this a fair amount, but the plug that actually plugs into the motherboard is, well, okay, the USB-C plug is bidirectional. Anyone that has a USB-C or reversible, you can plug it in either way. It's not like the old USBs where you have to plug it in. Type A's, yeah, I should say, because old, whatever. But the plug to plug into the motherboard is not directional.
Yeah.
Or it's not bidirectional.
It's unidirectional.
It's unidirectional. It's kind of aggravating.
I like that old joke where it's like, when the inventor of USB died, they lowered his coffin to the grave, raised it back up, reversed it, and lowered it back down. Good times.
That was a good one. Actually, I've never heard that one.
Oh, no?
No, I haven't.
I love that one.
And it makes sense, though.
Nothing makes you feel more inferior as a human than trying to plug a USB connector into wall wart in the dark.
You're not wrong.
So now we've reached the point of the show where I stall.
Yeah.
I mean, I can like undo the cable ties on these RGB hubs.
I'm really glad that we have the background music.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's not the same song over and over again like it used to be.
Hey man, music licensing is expensive.
About a 8-minute loop.
Can we get a Sony music license so we can play like billboard stuff.
Yeah.
It's only like 10 grand a month.
Yeah. Chris just pauses, like, I was waiting for a response. I was like,
I
what?
think that's a no.
Yeah, I think that's a no.
No, paying 10 grand a month for audio.
Hey,
But it's good music.
but it's good audio.
It's not even good, it's just music.
I need to pay me 10 grand a month first.
What about us? I got a family to feed. Me and my cat.
Yeah.
He's a hungry boy.
I was gonna say, the amount he eats, probably.
I mean, he eats like a little under a cup of food a day. But
It's fair.
so
I
now
was,
we're on the cat talk.
Yeah. I showed your cat to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And on your, like, Instagram story or
Probably Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah. She's like, oh, he's so fat. And
I got him like that.
I
It's
think
not
he's
my fault.
fluffy more than
Nah, he is overweight. I think he's like 16 pounds. But I got him like that. It's not my fault. He's on a diet now.
No, I can't imagine. Cats are always looking.
He was at a rescue here in Cary called Cat Angels, and he was in one of the rooms where there's several older cats and they just graze on food all day instead of like getting meals fed. So they get a little chunky.
I will say I will not shout out where we got our dog because that shelter was absolutely atrocious.
Oh yeah. This wasn't a shelter. It was just a private adoption thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told I need to test like rendering on the card to make sure the card renders. So hopefully when you pay $5 grand it can render. We'll see.
Yeah, it will.
I'm gonna run Doom on it. Wonder how many frames you could get in a DOS PC game on this card. There's gotta be. I think you would hit like a CPU limit first, for sure.
Front panel connectors, bane of my existence. But they have a little dongle thing, whatever you want to call this thing.
Yeah, adapter.
Adapter, plug. It's not even an
Organizer.
adapter. It's just a plug.
That's sort of an adapter. Well, yeah, organizer.
Yeah, it's an organizer. That's a better word for it.
Go with that.
But hey, they actually keep everything together.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ground power.
They're having a street race out there
That's what it sounds like.
with their.
It's
their
weird
Honda-
because they don't call these like positives and negatives. They call them ground and positive.
Oh,
And then they have some of them that are like positive and negative. That's what's really weird
on the
about it.
organizer. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. They have the power LEDs in a different spot. They changed up the game.
I mean, there's not really a standard for it.
No.
A lot of manufacturers follow the same thing, but depending
Yeah,
on
this
the
one
parts.
did not. That was weird. I was like, wait a second.
Oh, that's Aaron. That reminds me of the Mac Pro like video card options where it's like what the equivalent of two 580s for like $3 grand or something, and those cards are like $300.
The 295X2 or
No, that was a single. That was an enthusiast card AMD released years ago. This was the latest Mac Pro. Go to Apple's website and configure Mac Pro. They're Radeon Pro, Vega Pro, I think, something like that. But they're really just like 580s.
You
They're
didn't,
like
you
a
didn't
very
run this
enthusiast
cable
card.
before you installed this.
I ran it, just not where you wanted it.
Yeah.
There's also really nowhere to like. Oh, I see. There's a hole there you're going through.
Yeah, but does the front panel come off? I imagine.
Yes.
Does it just pop off?
So the video card in question is a Radeon Pro Vega 2 a Duo.
Yeah, so that's 2 GPUs on the board. And how much does that option cost, Chris?
2 of them is $10,800.
Well, 2 of them would be 4 then graphics cards. Right? Yeah.
Oh, I think you're. I don't know if you can install 2 of those and have them work together. I'm pretty sure the limit is having a single card.
2 Vega 2 Duos,
You-
which is basically 4 Vega 2s.
Yeah, but I don't think they can work on the same job at the same time. Is what I'm saying. If you have multiple physical cards,
Oh,
so most people only get 1.
that would be a bummer.
But so yeah, like what, $5 grand for some like 580s on a card?
Yeah.
I think they're actually like a Vega 16 offshoot or something like that. They're not powerful though. That's what we're getting at.
Although they do have 2x32 gig of HBM2 each, but that's a big X for.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be. Isn't there one RTX card above this one that has 64 gigs? I'm pretty sure there is. You'd be better off.
There's no GeForce. Well,
No, I'm talking like 8000 or something.
So the A100 is a 40 gig card, and it does have the 80 gig option, but that's not a PCI model. That's like an next to.
I thought there was one card above the A6000, like the A8000.
The A6000 is currently the top.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. And this is, we should mention, this is Ampere based, hence the A. It's not Turing or Pascal or anything older. This is the current generation top of line.
Little snips. Do I have the
Nope.
snips?
Someone just backfired or ran into a telephone pole, not sure.
Yeah, that's what it did sound like.
Someone with a Honda
Chris,
Civic
did you
that removed
steal the
the
snips?
muffler. I might have stolen them over there. When I had to redo RGB wiring
Oh, yeah.
while doing the OS. And Chris was coaching me through it, encouraging me.
Just drop it. Thank you.
Those hit your phone. I would have laughed if it scratched the screen.
Right.
Chris would not be laughing. He'd be buying it. So a few other specs on this video card that I find funny: thermal, active.
Thermal.
I guess
Is that actually a
yes, thermal active on
Yeah,
NVIDIA's website. I guess active cooler.
Because some of them don't have fans because they're going in.
Oh,
Yeah.
thermal active versus passive, I guess.
Yeah, because
Like-
usually rack servers have an inline airstream from the front of these tiny little fans all the way to the back.
Yeah.
So sometimes, and that's
these are loud.
most server CPU coolers don't have a fan. They rely on the chassis air cooler. So active thermal and VR ready, yes.
You already?
Yes.
Yes.
So was the GTX 1060, but I guess we'll put it on there.
You hit. Oh wait, no, they're right here. I was like, wait a second.
Oh yeah.
Where is this?
One or two other notes. This has the second generation RT cores that Ampere features, so they're much stronger than first gen ray tracing for more rays, more bounces, all that good stuff. And the tensor cores are also the third generation. So these are better at doing floating point calculations as well as DLSS, AI acceleration, all that good stuff.
All the goods.
So it's very, very, very quick GPU, I would say. Pretty quick.
I would hope so for the price.
Yeah, me too. It says right here, performance improvements for graphics and simulation workflows such as complex 3D computer-aided design and computer-aided engineering on the desktop. Wow.
Yeah, I mean they are good CAD cards.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean that's what I have in my system.
Yeah, this one.
No, not this. A Quadro.
I know. You have like
I have a bad Quadro.
you have
but
like
it's
the
still a Quadro.
You have like the 700 series like bottom of the line Quadro.
Yeah.
What do you have? You had like a Quadro like 4000. Huh?
What?
P5000.
Yeah, you have
No.
like a P400.
That's what they're looking for now, but that's not what I have.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I think the laptop I had a better Quadro.
I think yeah, no, it did.
Mine had
I know it did.
I had an RTX Quadro on mine. When I did,
Like, and I know it did.
that I never used because I was doing like 2D CAD the entire time. It did decode YouTube videos pretty well.
Features include box comments and hunting.
Yeah, yeah. Comes with a nice box. We'll give it that.
Good
And
box.
that-
10 out of 10 quality of
That connector I mentioned earlier, that single CPU connector that the card wants to dual PCI Express power. So, we'll stick that in the card there. And your active DisplayPort to HDMI cable. Active is important to ensure compatibility with whatever monitor device you're using. I don't like that they use this latching DisplayPort connector. I hate these and they're terrible.
I actually like the latching display ports.
The reason I hate them is I had one get stuck in my 2070 Super.
Oh, yeah.
I was so angry. By the time I got that out, because it was in a DisplayPort to HDMI cable I got off Amazon. By the time I got it out, I was so angry I threw it in the trash. And I ordered a different cable. I'm actually getting kind of worked up just thinking about that. I was so angry.
The frustration.
Yeah. But
I
anyway.
mean, I could imagine like that would take.
Yeah.
Long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in and steal this real quick.
Okay, you
I
missed
need one
one.
of these and one of those.
Okay. Before long, we'll have to put this in to get the connectors as well. What you looking?
I need the Commander Pro one. Actually, no, you can do. Open up one of those if you don't mind. In the yellow box on the top, there's a 3-pin to 3-pin this cable.
Okay.
It's a 3-pin to 3-pin that I need. And I'm like,
We don't need these mini guys, right?
Correct. That's what the Commander Pro does.
Yeah.
It substitutes those.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome sauce. No, just put that right in there. Oh, she knows.
And I'm doing all the hello everyone. I have not.
I was getting ready to reintroduce the stream in a
Yeah.
second here. Once I get this
I was
box.
gonna say I am doing all the RGB work and trying to position
If you
things
need
where it
me,
needs
I'll
to
be
go.
in RGB hell. Hey, it's okay. He loves it. He's just kidding around. My nose is so itchy. I swear it's always in here. It's like the drywall powder that never got cleaned up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and reintroduce the build. We've been talking so much about the graphics card. I'm gonna talk about the CPU after this.
There you go.
So this is Transcend. This is a workstation designed for visual effects and rendering. We've based it around a 3960X Threadripper processor and our RTX A6000 48GB. Other notable mentions: the Asus Prime TRX 40 Pro motherboard, 64 gigs of GSkill RAM, dual 4.0 PCI Express 4.0 NVMe SSDs, 1000-watt power supply, and Corsair RGB, of course. So main applications being used: Maya, 3ds Max, Houdini, Unreal Engine, and Substance. I haven't used Substance. I'm assuming it's 3D work of some
Probably.
sort. Maybe Aaron will chime in with what Substance is used for. I've used 3ds Max personally for school stuff. I've used Unreal Engine very briefly. I have not used Maya or Houdini. I think, isn't Houdini like transcoding of some sort?
It's simulations.
Simulations?
Like,
Okay, I was totally
Max.
off. Good to know. Totally off.
Good to know.
Cool, cool.
10. Would recommend.
I kind of do wish you could see the PCB on this card, because like the backplate is like integrated. Like it's not even the backplate; it's part of the entire frame. And it's got torque screws on the back, keeping it on. You can't see the only place you can see any part of the PCB is at the connector right here. I want to see all those memory chips.
So I can pipeline all the things.
Pipeline all the things. Okay. Awesome. You should once you have the system, Aaron, you should post like a simulation on our Facebook page. I want to see it.
Yeah, like a test
cool.
sim or something.
Yeah.
Ow.
I don't really know how to properly benchmark this card for simulations, but I'm sure you do.
I just punched the back of the motherboard, which is where all of the RAM slots are.
Superposition is like not even like a good gaming benchmark,
No, it's not.
much less using 48 gigs of VRAM.
It's so like the thing
Oh.
with superposition though is it's so broken in the sense of like, oh, this is a 1080p high scenario, which is not even close. Like that is like that's a borderline 1440p,
Yeah.
and their
Yeah, like
like
to-
8K stuff isn't even 8K.
To really test a card like this, you have to hit the VRAM especially.
Yep.
He's gonna do something weird.
And Unreal. Okay, cool. I remember there was one simulation benchmark. It was like a whirlpool or some sort of tsunami or something where it was like billions of water particles swirling, and it was taking like minutes, like 20 minutes per frame to render. I'm trying to remember what the name. I think it was like Monsoon or something.
Yeah, it would make sense.
But it was, I remember someone benchmarking that on something like this because it had so much VRAM it could actually not page out to the disk, which just slows down a lot.
All right. I'm
Done?
to the point when no, I need to install those fans.
Yes.
But instead, I will install the cooler.
I also took these
first.
screws out of the top here. I think I needed to, but
Should I install the cooler first?
honestly,
Yes, because then I gotta mount the fans, and that's gonna be like really hard to do
Oh
with
yeah,
the cooler.
yeah. Put the fans in. Pull that old
So
fan off.
I'll lay this back on down. I'll go ahead and grab our thermal paste and. So yeah, the thermal paste application for this is oh look, a Noctua screwdriver. We'll put this up to a vote in the chat. Noctua mounting screwdriver, Be Quiet mounting screwdriver. Both come in the box.
One's an Allen wrench.
Yeah, one's an Allen, I will say, but the quality.
Yeah.
Noctua, get on this. Like so, the thermal paste application on this.
It's all of it.
Yeah, they basically do.
Do you remember the pattern off the top of your head? I do.
X with dots?
Yes.
Yep.
That's the official recommendation. But the IHS is so large, you just use like the entire small tube they give you.
Hold on, I actually need to plug this fan into a different port because we need CPU optional as well in this one.
Is there not a... Oh, we didn't get a splitter.
No,
We might have a splitter if you want one.
You should. I bought like 5.
Yeah, I think I have... Yeah, I have one right here.
Oh, well that works too. I'll
Yeah,
leave that
use CPU fan for both. So they're right at the same RPM. Look at us solving problems.
Yeah.
We got that splitter, we got this splitter.
We got all this. Yeah, so this, the normal CPU installation, you usually do like a dot size, well, an uncooked size grain of rice is the general.
I've also heard a pea.
A pea is.
I tend to use like a little more than I feel like a grain of rice is.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm paranoid, but a large grain of rice, I think it's the guidance.
Yep. They actually surprisingly, that was only half of the.
Yeah, well, they give you a full tube with this
They do.
with Threadrippers.
They
The
have
one
to.
I ordered, it was like that much. It was not full at all.
But look how big that is.
And cold plate. All those beefy heat
Massive.
pipes. Fun fact: heat pipes are actually fluid cooling. It's not liquid cooling, but it's fluid.
What an app needed a measurement.
What unit measurement did we say? All of it?
All of it?
I say a buttload or something.
No, I think we just said all of it.
I've had that conversation before. Like, okay, how many buttloads are in a shit ton and stuff like that.
One of our friends, Darius, uses a very obscure measurement. I forgot what it was.
I think I remember hearing about this. Wasn't it something obscene too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with this cooler, similar to all the other ones,
Water to 2 large grains of rice.
you need to do a star pattern as best as possible.
Yeah.
Similar to if you have ever installed a tire.
Installed a tire.
Yeah.
I would say like changed a tire.
Changed a tire. Well, you could have had one like off of the car and you installed it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But that's just a really long change because you took it off at some point.
Yeah, but you don't have to take it off in a star pattern.
Yeah.
You only have to put it on in a
Although
star
it would
pattern.
help. I've changed a spare tire once and I hated it. I hope I never have to do it again.
Yeah. And the reason being is exactly the same reason for changing your tire is you want it to sit flat and flush, not cantered off to one side.
Yeah.
And
Or if you want to save time, just put on one lug nut and pray. I'm sure it'll be fine.
we are not automotive experts. This is not an automotive expert stream.
Don't drive like my
Please do not
brother.
take any advice.
You shouldn't take any computer advice either.
We're not, yeah. Do not take any computer advice, financial advice, adoption advice, pet advice, and
Relationship advice.
relationship advice,
Definitely
or
don't do that.
car advice.
You also want to make sure that the thermal compound spreads evenly.
Yep.
So the CPU cooler is flat against the IHS and this compound is even, filling all the micro gaps.
I wonder if I could even get away with killing the cable.
Probably.
Because so what's cool about these is they actually unplug, and you don't actually have to use the cable, and you can
They're
actually
really
use
just like
this little.
extenders.
And I'm gonna try to use this. I don't think I could get by
And
with it.
the
but-
cooler might be too wide.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll try it.
You can probably use just one.
Can you give me the... Hey! The things work now. Little metal clippy-doos that you took
Those?
off. Yeah.
Oh, you want the other set?
Yeah, I need...
I didn't
will
take
need-
them off the fan. They're on the fan. Look at them.
Oh, yeah, the brown Noctua.
Yeah.
So I will need those. preferably.
There's a 1. And there's a 2. Ah, Noctua. Oh, there we go. Come on, there you go. Oh, so close.
Close, a nice cigar.
There's something so enchanting about the brown Noctua color scheme, you know? Brown and tan.
Brown and tan.
Yeah. It's just pretty, you know? You should paint your car this color.
No.
No.
I will, not. I will decide. I have decided that'll be a no.
No. It's a no from me, dog.
Forgot that these had special mounting places and they weren't through the 120mm holes.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're going to sell the muffler. It sounded like those guys earlier had removed their mufflers.
Honestly.
I took the muffler off my car.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Well, okay,
That's
I did.
backwards.
Okay, I am wrong. I didn't take it off, but it was never there.
You unchecked that option.
Yeah, I removed that to save money.
The funny part is I then proceeded to also modify my muffler.
Yeah, you like basically straight piped it.
Kinda. I disabled some provisions that it had to route it through California
to make it quiet.
compliant. Yeah, basically. Darn it, upside down again.
It's not California compliance. It's just
No,
noise.
it actually was. So they have.
Why is it always California compliance that you need?
Well, California is very, very strict on a lot of their like emissions.
On
and-
many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just cars.
Why is this not working the way that I want it to?
Welcome to my life. Let's see, we're at hour 10 minutes. Not too bad.
These were a really weird way to mount on, if I remember correctly.
The Noctua clips are like different than
They
any
clip
other
on.
clip.
Yeah, that's right. They clip on and inside, and then you.
Yes, you have to put them on the inside of the fan, not the other side, not the far side.
I got her.
No, I'm still just getting very confused with this.
You could just put it on the other fan. If they're okay.
All right, this
All right.
is gonna be big brain time. I
Big
have to
brain.
sit down and try to figure this out. Because I think all it is that, then that, but then that doesn't.
Aren't the be quiet fans like a lot easier?
They're just different.
They're
These
just
fans
different.
are like different frame style. That's the main issue.
It doesn't fit.
While he does that, I'm have a
Wrong alignment.
I know. No. I'm doing it as spacing.
drink from my water bottle.
I'm trying to figure this thing out. Because I know I'm just, like, blatantly missing something. Give me the manual.
No, we're not stooping that low.
I am stooping that low. Let me just put up a leg here and
Let's read
unwrap the manual.
They're watching us read a manual on stream.
You put them there? What? That makes no sense.
I think they also like face the opposite way that you think they face.
That's right. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yep. You were right, Andrew. I forgot that they did that.
Yeah, it's weird. Weird Noctua. Oh, they have a different method of thermal-based application than AMD recommend. Oh, they have options. I see. Okay. You can use 3x3 dots or a weirder pattern, 4 large drops and 9 small dots. Okay.
Yep. That's what it is. Wow. All right. These are weird.
If you'd like both fans to run at the same speed, please use a supplied low noise adapter.
Oh no! My shoelace got stuck in the roller chair.
OSHA.
The ball, like the
OSHA. The caster.
the cast. Yes.
Words.
Words are hard. What are we here for? To live stream? Lol.
Well, let's read manuals and talk about casters.
Dang it! That won't reach. It won't reach over the massive heatsink.
Yeah,
I guess I could plug this.
You can use just one. This is low noise. Yeah, this is a low noise adapter, so it changed RPM.
Yeah,
But it is shorter. But
it is. All right. See, I'm really glad we didn't put the thing on first.
yeah,
That would have been
imagine doing
terrible.
all this with the top on.
Oh. Yeah, so see, these go underneath.
Yeah,
and
they're
then
like
over
backwards.
top.
Yeah, you have to stick it under the plastic
And then that,
part.
yep.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Where's the other one that you threw? And then it missed.
The very top of the
Oh, there it is.
It almost fell off. Quick hardware news. AMD released the 6700 XT, and it was pronounced dead on arrival.
You should not buy it.
I mean, like, it's fine.
It'll be in stock, but
It's-
you should not buy it.
It might not be in stock. They'll probably still sell out. They have so far.
Fair.
It's fine. It's not good price to performance, really, but it doesn't need to be to sell out right now. What's the TLDR?
Yep.
It sits, I believe it's 3 to 5% above a 3060 Ti in gaming performance, and about 10% below a 3070, something like that.
That's narrow.
Yeah.
It was a narrow gap to fill in the first place.
Basically, it's a 3060 Ti,
Yeah, but it costs more
but it costs more.
at base, which means I saw the Asus Strix 6700 XT was over $800 on Newegg Shuffle.
Yep.
They're a retailer. They're not a scalper. Well, they might be scalpers. They're a retailer. So, yeah. We're talking... That is more than the 3080 release price
Wow.
for a 6700 XT that's worse than a 3070. So, it's like... They knew people would buy it regardless because you can't buy anything else, so... It's kind of
So they kind of...
not exciting to talk about even. I want so bad to like AMD Radeon, but they make it so difficult.
I want to like it, but I can.
Yeah, I mean that was basically okay, is this back? We buffered on the stream a little bit there. Okay, yeah, I was kind of the thing before Ryzen 2 when Bulldozer CPUs were so out. It's like, man, I wish we had something to compete with Intel, but
Right.
they make it so hard to justify it at all ever.
Yeah. All right. Finally got the cooler on.
Hey, that fan's backwards. I'm just kidding. Nah, I got him.
I was about to say, like, what?
He was about to stab me with a be quiet.
I'm like, no. Don't you give me that.
Taking another drink from my water bottle.
Is it LTC stored up? Yeah.
I just want to tell you.
LTD store. Get the top back on. It is a very good water bottle, all things considered.
You know it so. Especially for the price.
Yeah, I've had water bottles in the past. I never liked using them. I don't know. First of all, I never wanted to clean them. Because, like, if you leave it closed for a day, now you have, like, growth.
I used to put like orange juice in them, and then
no.
and then you forget about it, and you're
No,
done.
no.
Then at that
Okay.
point, you're done.
Yeah, I made myself the rule if I only put water in this.
That's a good rule because otherwise you get the orange juice and then you forget, and
Yeah,
then you're
but
done.
even with water, if you leave it closed for like a day, like it smells like a fish tank. So, but it does keep water cold.
All right, there we go. So now CPU cooler's installed. Now we're gonna drop those fans on in here, and then does it just slot in and then pop down?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you see these 3 slots up at the top towards you on the very
Yeah,
top.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then I took these 3 screws out, but they go in the other top.
This might very well be like a 2-hour story.
We
I mean,
told you it was going to
Yeah.
be.
When I saw ML120s and Commander Pro, I was like, yep,
I was like, yep.
he done did it.
Why would you need to go and stream balloons for like an hour tomorrow?
I've actually been playing like 2 hours a day of Blues Tower Defense 6, so that's not difficult.
And if you're curious on why, we are attempting to get Twitch partner.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
need
partner?
stream hours to get affiliate. I thought.
Affiliate? Yeah,
Affiliate.
affiliate, not partner.
Yeah, we're
We're getting there. There's a few
just-
requirements that we gotta hit, but we're actually almost
Do
there,
you,
I think.
do you think Blues? Okay, so first off, Blues Tower Defense 6 has a mobile version, which is literally like the same game just on mobile. I wonder if it'll run on a Quadro or RTX A6000. What do you think? Think it can run it?
It like doesn't use my 2080 Super. Like,
It like doesn't even use like hardware acceleration. Yeah, it's like it's the easiest thing to run because it's just 2D.
Yeah.
I literally don't think it has 3D in it.
So sad.
Good times. It's a good game though.
Exceptionally.
You just avoid the microtransactions. That's normal. I don't do them. Do you?
Every now and then.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
so
why-
we will need those.
This is
screws
why we
in
don't have
here.
any money in the office.
There's-
Chris is buying
I assume it's these.
freaking, was it like monkey dollars or whatever to buy the heroes?
It's like $2.
That's a bacon.
It's $2 the first time. It's not a bacon here.
I know,
It's like a third of a bacon.
that's like a bacon.
Okay, don't get me hungry, please. I have not had dinner.
It's okay. No, we're actually getting pretty close. Right now, it's just plugging in these cable management, tossing in that graphics card, and
Toss it.
just
And
yeet
the
it.
middle part's
Yeet it like the
entire
box.
time.
What'd you say, Chris?
The middle part,
The middle part.
The middle part.
the cable management.
Oh.
It's fine. That'll actually go pretty easily because I have everything already organized the way that I needed it
And
to.
all the fans are the same.
And yeah, all the
Well,
fans are the same.
yeah, all
so
the same type.
we're not going to run any post issue or like not post issues, but issues after stream.
Oh god, I hope not. I spent, what would you say, Chris, an hour to sort the RGB out last time?
Yeah.
Aside from the OS regular stuff, I spent an extra hour fixing the RGB config. That was fun. I had to undo all your cable management,
I know.
and then
Read
I made it look good because that case had the panel in the back that hides all the cables.
There you go. There you go.
Looked perfect,
It looks amazing.
and it worked, which is more important.
Alright, so those are going to go down there. This will go on top. Yeah, it looks like a hectic mess, but all the cables are on the levels that they need to be on.
Mm.
That's the big thing. Like, cable management, truthfully, is actually a lot easier than what you think, as long as you think about your levels. In the sense of you don't have cables that you need to kind of tie up, not going in areas above other cables or things like that.
You see, cable management is like a game of Bloons Tower Defense 6. You don't want cables or balloons going where they're not supposed to.
You're not,
Can we
I
get
mean,
sponsored?
You're not wrong.
You
but,
think
like,
Ninja Kiwi will sponsor us?
I don't think so.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
No.
You're gonna have like balloons animations for our subscribers and stuff.
That would
I've-
be really funny.
I legitimately remember playing, obviously earlier versions of that game on like our XP computer when my family had that. Like,
Oh yeah,
like
no, I
actual
remember.
childhood
I
nostalgia.
remember playing that game.
Yeah,
and
the
just,
wizard ones were broken. They're so good. Actual nostalgia. Good
And then I love how there is no end to the game. Like it's just literally like, oh hey, we're just gonna break your
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah. This version does have ends generally. You can free play still, after you win, but.
Top flight streams: 20% balloons tower defense, 10% actual computer content.
It's like 20% blues, 10% computer building. What is it left? 70% cable management.
There's a lot of cable management that goes into this. And that's
Well,
what that honestly
the reality of
separates
it.
a lot of like good builders versus
Walmart.
or others.
Others.
Say.
Gabe.
I was not gonna say game.
I was. Went straight for his life.
Just gonna pop on and be like, boy.
Boy! Heard you talking. I've never seen Gabe's cable management, so
He's actually pretty good
I'm
at
ju-
it.
yeah,
so
I'm just
that's
jo-
why I was
I've-
like,
I've never even met him in person. I'm just joking. Yeah.
yeah.
So, if you guys are in the U.S. and are qualified according to your income level, you probably received a stimulus check this week. So if you're interested in purchasing a new computer from Top, head on over to toplightpc.com and check us out. Fill out a request form. Where I was originally going with that was I heard that Domino's, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut had a massive uptick in deliveries right after the checks hit. I thought that was hilarious. It's like, all right, I got some money in my account.
Domino's. Domino's.
But I can't say anything because I DoorDashed sesame chicken for lunch today. So
And did you?
it was so good. It was delicious. I'd never ordered from this place before, and a lot of places, it's very hit or miss for like Chinese takeout.
Oh no, it 100% is.
It is very hit or miss.
It is
But
100% hit or miss.
I don't think they would be mad. They'll never find out anyway. The name of the place is Orient Garden in Raleigh or in Cary, I think. Very delicious if you're in the area.
I mean, I will say you can always tell the quality of a Chinese restaurant based on their crab rangoons or their wontons.
Yeah.
Like that is the one solid way to tell.
Yeah.
Order the crab rangoons as like an appetizer, and if it's good, then you know it's going to be good. If not, then
Yeah, that's hard to do with takeout though.
Yeah, it is.
You basically have to gamble however much money one time to figure out how good a place is. But this will be my new go-to, so that's nice. I like Chinese food a lot. All right, good tangent.
Yeah, I'm very hungry at this point.
I have more of that chicken in the fridge. That's what I'm gonna eat for dinner. It was those takeout containers that are like this big.
Oh yeah, they give you the big ones.
It was this big, but the rice was in a separate thing, and that was full of chicken, and it was like $10. It wasn't much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
That, and I don't know why, but this is one niche food that I actually do enjoy at Chinese restaurants is chicken wings. They do the best chicken wings for some reason.
They sell a lot of chicken wings at Chinese places.
It makes no sense to me, but they're very, very good usually.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people wearing those. I actually learned to fold crab wontons where I worked at Payway briefly. Oh. Don't remember anymore. And ours where they didn't make it there, it was pre-mixed. But, you had to squirt it in there and fold it.
Yeah, and then fry it.
Yeah. 2 minutes. Alright, so we've had a tech tangent, we've had a Chinese food tangent.
Food tangent. What's next?
Cold out there.
Yeah, the weather.
Yeah, I mean, it was cold today.
It was a bit chilly.
I think it's gonna be warmer tomorrow. Not warm, but warmer.
No.
Oh, RGB.
Oh, RGB.
Oh yeah, I said I was going to talk a little more about the CPU, which I then proceeded to never do. Obviously, we're using a 3960S Threadripper, so it's no slouch. It's a high-end workstation CPU. Let me pull this up, make sure I get this number right. It's got 24 cores, 48 threads, of course, with SMT. And let me see, I want the cache numbers. Oh yeah, max boost clock of a single core up to 4.5 gigahertz. With the total L3 cache is 128 megs, which doesn't sound like a lot, but a lot of enthusiast CPUs have like 16. So it's unlocked. You can overclock it if you so wish. Not recommended for workstations due to stability. The default listed TDP is 280 watts, which it can go above that when it's boosting. And yeah, it's got 4 memory channels, just in case you like quad channel memory. Yeah.
And yeah.
TSMC 7nm FinFET. Cooler not included. Imagine if they shipped like the same cooler you get with like a 3600, like the really small extruded aluminum ones.
Yeah, the tiny boys.
Yeah, it would be like no. You get 0.1 gigahertz.
Yeah, fire. That's what that is.
Yeah.
This is just straight up fire hazard.
We're getting pretty close. Looks like you got almost all the RGB.
Yeah, I'm actually
just power in.
I'm almost very, very close to being done.
Almost very close. Gotcha. We're at hour 27, so not too bad actually. Compared to previous RGBs.
How long was the last one? 2 plus?
It's like 205.
It was 2 plus because we had the post issue.
Yeah. Which we should not have any BIOS issues on this board because it was made for this. it's Threadripper.
Correct. That's why I was like,
yeah, I thought about that earlier. Like, should I download this BIOS? I was like, oh no.
Should be fine.
TM. Now we've totally cursed ourselves, but
right.
And It won't even be a BIOS thing. It'll be like a dead motherboard or something.
Oh god.
No, not even that. It'll be some more obscure.
Chris doesn't even want to imagine a dead motherboard with this. He's just thinking he'd have to buy another board and then RMA this one and wait for it to show up. He's having an existential crisis.
Watch the Chris cam as he slowly goes into a deep pit of panic.
Oh, my headset just stopped. I put my head back.
We don't have any more builds scheduled currently. We have some pending, I believe.
Well, we have 2 builds over here, but we're waiting on video cards.
Yeah, we're waiting on 3060 Ti's, I believe, for a reasonable price. So make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitch. Facebook, well, for the announcements. Twitch for the streams. You can turn on notifications on Twitch too if you so please. But make sure you catch the next builds, they'll be fun. One is actually related to balloons, right?
I'm probably gonna stream balloons because I want to get the partner.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I meant like
one
the
of the
computer for balloons streamer.
Oh yeah.
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 I don't remember his name at the moment. I'm sorry.
We're doing a build
But yes.
for a YouTuber. I need to get a 3070.
Oh, we need one of those too.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just 3060 Ti's. Okay.
That was a 3070. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. So
Easy to do. Easy
probably in the coming weeks, we'll have at least one of those scheduled. So stay tuned.
I forgot that I had the cooler there, and I roped my head around and was like, "Whoa, big cooler!"
We need to buy a package of balloons for when we do that stream. And, like blow them up.
Yeah.
Like mess around with them.
Yep.
Oh.
Every subscriber, we throw a dart at a balloon and try to pop.
I mean, I'm just gonna pop them for fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please show up. I've got a report of gunshots in the office. You're just Velcro tying the power cables, the thicker cables up now. And
Yep.
we'll, get GPU in, put the rest of the case back on eventually, and give her a boot, and it will post the first time flawlessly.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee it.
I guarantee. Those what is it? Joseph A. Banks.
Yeah, just something like that. Yeah.
You'll like the way you look. I guarantee.
I saw something the other day. It was like a guy was out in his yard and there were like mole holes, and he takes a shovel and suddenly scoops one up, and there's a mole sitting right there and tries to run away, and he goes, "We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty." I don't know why it was so funny.
I love the car's extended warranty. It's so good.
Oh.
It's so atrocious though, because I keep getting those dang phone calls.
I haven't gotten them recently, but I was getting them for a few months and then it kind of stopped. I guess because I would pick it up and immediately close it, which I heard was supposed to be better than just declining the call.
Oh.
I heard that. I can't confirm or deny, but they have stopped recently, so maybe.
I mean, hey. Andrew Tech Tips question.
Yeah. So if you have any more Cars Extended Warranty memes, please share them on our Facebook page so I can laugh at them.
Oh, is there a spot for this to pop up? No.
You just pull over to people who have like broken down the road, roll down and say, "We've been trying to reach you concerning your vehicle's extended warranty."
One of the ones that I saw the other
worst.
day, which is great, it was a guy who was like walking up, or he was driving down one of those like old, weird, creepy country roads kind of thing, and then big fog, whatever, and the guy like pops out and he's like, "Hi!" He's like, "Oh god," he slams on the brakes and he walks up, he breaks the window and he's like, "We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty."
Yeah, that's so good.
It is like, yes, that is gloriously good.
Oh, I was like, where did I put that PCI Express to CPU adapter? I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, gee. It's like, oh, wait a second.
I plugged in the card, which I'm actually going to take it out, so I want to plug in the cables first to make it easier.
I'm actually going to run these under here.
I'm bored.
I'm almost done. Hang in there.
MCA.
I know you're going insane, but it's okay.
Singing the Village People. Young man. Da, 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 da.
DMCA.
I know I'm singing so off key. There's no way they could ever recognize that.
DMCA.
Oh, that reminds me of a funny thing I saw. If you're, no, I'm not gonna even try to censor it. I'll tell you later.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, all things considered, not bad.
All right, let's see it. Oh,
Not bad.
nice.
Right? I mean, considering that there's all the cables coming from here,
Yeah.
because each of the 7 fans have a power cable, then they have an RGB cable that have to go into one of these hubs in order. So
Yep.
this is the bottom fan, second one, third, fourth, fifth, or fourth, fifth, sixth, and then seventh in the middle.
Nice. All right.
And I already have the power cables up, ran through there.
Beautiful.
Front panel, I'll toss back on here. Cool. And I will toss this to Andrew. Whoa, I almost tripped. That was my shoelace that got untied from the...
All right.
I'm going to tie my shoelace because I do not want to trip.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I thought you said OSH.
No.
It's like, oh god, what happened?
Occupational safe and healthy.
I was like, what happened?
Oh gosh. All right, can you see this, Chris? If I move these, you see that on camera?
What?
On the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Not through the monitors. All right, I'm gonna put this adapter on now because I know it will be easier.
There we go.
It's that Portuguese.
What? Oh, shit. Santa Maria! And again, this is a dual PCI Express 8-pin to single CPU EPS 8-pin.
And those are independent. PCI
Yes, these are separate cables, so there won't be any issues with burning out the connector at the power supply side from drawing too much. I mean, it probably would be fine, but you know, just be ultra safe.
Just being, yeah, absolutely.
All right, got that on. Now we're going to take out the PCI Express brackets because I've not done that.
No, you can just leave them. Just shove them in. You'll just bend the metal. It'll be fun.
It'll be alright.
Yeah.
They're there for looks
I'm
anyway.
honestly kind of surprised they haven't started shipping cases with those two for graphics cards just missing.
Right. Yeah, but then people would be like, oh, well, I'm using integrated graphics, and
You can put them in the box with the hardware, just don't install them.
Fair.
It would save labor too. There we go. Goes out.
All right, taking bets now. I won't guarantee you one RGB fan is not going to work. Minimum of one.
The RGB or the actual fan blades? Or both. I mean, you can have either or.
Now, I'm thinking all the fans will spin.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Actually, I have 100% guarantee on that.
All right. All right.
There's either 6 of them are going to spin or not going to spin. There's no in betweens on those.
Yeah.
The other one is plugged into CPU op, so that one's guaranteed to spin. So it's the RGB hubs, but I have a feeling that at least one of them is going to be, at least one fan is going to be off.
I just scraped my
Do what?
arm on the case.
I pick rear.
Rear. I want.
That's honestly a good one because that's on its own controller, so that controller could be dead. Because those Corsair controllers are not the best.
I want front top.
All right, I guess I'll take just front.
Blood has officially been shed. I scraped myself on the case, on the corner.
Yeah, it was a sharp case.
Yeah. The places that you don't really touch normally, only when you're building, are pretty sharp. And we'll plug this connector into the card here so we can get power.
And I made it so you can just push those cables back through and they'll
there's
cable
a fair
manage.
bit of slack.
Yeah, and then they'll cable manage. Just toss them in the back there. Did that on purpose.
Beautiful.
Logic.
Logic.
Attempted to
is
logic
that a
our way
wrapper?
through. Yeah, it is.
There's that chance. I'm thinking Chance the Rapper.
I mean,
There's
both.
also Logic though.
There is both.
I don't know where Chance can use this, but is there? Wow, that is. That is my shoulder too. Like my. Okay. You know what? It's fine. How the? Okay. Well,
That clips into the top panel.
that
Remember?
one clip just like broke off. Okay. Yeah. Into this or that?
No, into that.
Where? There are no clips.
It does clip in.
I don't remember this, but I will. I think it's backwards.
Might be.
Technically, this is our first time with this particular case because it's not the S2, it's the new 2.
Maybe it doesn't clip in. Maybe
I don't think it does.
Because it looks like it almost pulls out the back there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in and make it fit.
Just pull it out, and then pop the top
I got
panel
it.
on.
Almost.
Slide it out, because it slides
Slide.
out.
I don't. Does it slide out though?
It's got a handle.
I know, but like, it can't come out this way. This is something. Okay,
The
maybe it was
struggle is
upside
real.
down. Maybe it was upside down. I'm about to just give up and do it later, but. Well, the back was.
Just pull the filter out and toss the thing on. Do it later. We'll do it post.
Okay, fine. Oh, now it's like latched on there.
oh,
Oh, wait. I think I see how it goes.
oh.
I'm fully committed to getting this. I see.
Oh, that slips in and then slides in.
Yeah, and there's hooks.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, look at that. We learned something.
And then that now. Hey!
Oh, 4 corners. All right. Power cable.
There. I'm going to jump on over
Alright.
there to view it and see if we can get a better look at that postcode.
Power cable on.
Because this one actually has postcodes.
And this is going to take a while to post because Threadripper.
Hey, we got
Hey.
codes. Hey, oh, all fans.
Wow.
All fans are spinning too.
Except for the CPU fan. But that might be signal.
Really? Which one? The back one?
The CPU fans, both of them.
No, both of them are. No.
They
Yeah.
might not have been turned on yet by the board. That's my excuse.
It could have also came unplugged when I cable managed.
That too. I don't know where the header is. I'm guessing it's like...
No, because I plugged in the. I know what happened.
Okay.
It'll be all. It's all good.
Okay. Is it in the thingies?
Yeah, it's still pounding through the codes.
Okay.
So if you guys can see, I think you guys can see. Yep. So this little right down. Whoop, 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 whoop,
Oh yeah.
there.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is the postcode screen. So you'll see it flashes a bunch of different combinations of numbers and letters and things, and that'll give us that'll tell you if something is wrong, and it'll tell you what it is.
It tells you what it's initializing at that point, and if
Yeah.
it gets stuck on a code, that's what you're stuck on.
Yep. And 92, which is the one that you guys keep seeing it kind of freeze on, that is the memory training. Because it hits our memory light, which is, I don't think, you guys can see right up here. It keeps changing different colors. Because, and there's actually 4 different LEDs up there that are going through.
42D6.
It might actually give a postcode error because it's the CPU fan is not.
It might, yeah. Did it come unplugged from board, do you think?
No, so
it looks like it's in the board.
the extender, it's
Yeah.
one of the extenders came unplugged from the splitter.
But shouldn't one fan still be on then?
No, because see, what I did is I plugged both fans into the splitter, and then I put one extension cable from that into the thing. So I
okay.
bet you it just came unplugged. What's O2? I guarantee you it's probably
It's oxygen.
I bet you that's what it is. Chris, what's the O2 boot code on this
I
Prime?
don't know. Hold on.
Google it. It's a post, that's what I'm gonna say.
It probably is, but because we have a white light in the top and all the fans have rolled down, so.
Trying to like backtrack this. It looks like it's plugged in up here. Is where the actual connection is.
It could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a pain in the ass, but we'll
Yeah.
take the top back off probably.
Just pop the top, yeah.
Okay. I did it more gentle this time. It looks like it's fully seated on that side.
You might not like the extension then.
Yeah, we may have to ditch that.
We'll mess around with it. I think O2 is a post though. We're just waiting for Chris to confirm.
I'm trying to figure out this table of contents.
Oh gosh, did you go to the manual?
I did.
Just type in O2 post
Just
code.
yeah, just Control F02.
Or you could do
Ow.
that way too. Yeah, don't stick your finger in the fence.
Is it 02?
Oh.
Yes.
I bet it's a connection like under the fan.
Yep, that's what I bet you it is. We'll fix it. That's an easy fix.
AP initialization. AP initialization in the form microcode is loading.
AP.
Don't know what that means.
We're gonna take that as a post.
It's probably a post.
Honestly, it is because it's been sitting down there for a while, and it's all the lights are good in the upper right. Just leave that off for now,
Okay.
because we'll have to mess around with the plug.
We is a strong word.
Yeah, I will.
All right. So, if you guys have enjoyed this stream, make sure to follow us here on Twitch and on our Facebook page for the latest updates.
Yep.
Check us out at topflightpc.com where you can see all our previous builds and pictures of this guy on our Facebook. Will be posted on Facebook and the website when it's all buttoned up and pretty. Let's see what else. You can fill out our contact form there to request a quote on a custom PC for your needs. And yeah.
Other than that, we hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.